I'm going to the kingdom. Yahweh lives in me. I'm going to the kingdom. Yahweh lives in me. I'm going to the kingdom. Yahweh lives in me. I sing in glory, hallelujah. Yahweh lives in me.
We are here, Yahweh took on this great Layil, bringing in, you know, to the Yowm, a lesson that Yah has put in my page and my leg title. Man's religion is pagan. It is of the devil. Praise the mighty Yah. So either you're prudent for Yah or you pagan against Yah. So we talking about the Roman Christians, we talking about Muslims, we talking about Buddhism, Egyptology, you know, we talking about atheists, you know, and any other religion that man has took a fruit to from Yah's book and made it religion. We're not leaving out anyone. So you know what your walk is, who you serve. So this is it. You know, you are a pagan, and paganism is of the devil. That's it. Y'all say cry loud and spare not. Because the devil ain't playing, Yah is saying, time out for foolishness. It's about you all trying to come into his kingdom that he has given his son Yahshua, which is right here on earth. And it's not up there. Yeah, we're going to meet him in the air and come down. There's no Trinity. You know, you ain't going to be raptured off anywhere. Well, you think we in training to be warriors and soldiers? The battle is right here. Praises be to Abba Yahweh. Of Yah's truth, nothing but Yah's truth, so help us Abba Yahweh. Praise the mighty Yahweh. We'd like to start off with, we're going to start off at Psalms 130. Psalms 130. We're going to do as our Ramakai say, thus says Yahweh, and as Messenger Daniel David say, we're going to let the Bible speak. Praise the mighty God. From Genesis to Revelation. Whether you believe it or not, that's not stopping nothing of Yah. His words go forward and do not come back vain. This world is coming to an end. So now is the time that you hear this beautiful, the bombs from Yahweh through me, and through many others. Listen up. You know, you might have had a bad experience with a so-called Hebrew Israel, but hey, one bad Israel don't mess up the whole fam. You know, listen up, because if the oracles was given to us, not the other ethnic group, you know, the biggest identity death in the world, they stole our identity. That's the biggest identity death in the world. You know, but the remnant, it has been restored to the remnant. And yes, you pro-Israel just in kindergarten still thinking, because you know you're Israel, what's next? What you going to do now? You got to graduate from kindergarten and go to first. Start hearing and doing. Praises be to the mighty Yah. This is talking to everyone. No one's excluded. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Psalms 130. Psalms 130. Psalms 130 and verse 6, and then read.
Psalms 130 verse 6. My soul waited for Yahweh more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning.
Praise the mighty Yah. He said, my nephews waited for Yahweh more than the day that Shabbat for the morning. I am more than they that Shabbat for the morning. That's what it is. Our nephesh waits on Yahweh. We hearing doing his work, but it's patiently waiting. And no, that Roman Christian, he ain't abound more in the new. Why? Because Yahshua came in the flesh and showed us how to do it. And Hain is just, it's his unmerited favor, giving you time to repent. It's not the saving Hain, which is Yahshua. So don't twist that lie. You got people. Ain't no one saved, always saved. You hata, You must repent. Repent is confessing and saying, I will Yahweh forgive me. Because if you don't, that sin is still upon your head. So stop believing them no doctrines of man. Believe what's written. That's it. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Exodus. Exodus chapter 15. Exodus chapter 15. Y'all present truth has always been present. It's just been lost through man, you know, just want to lean to their own understanding. Don't want to believe, call yourself believers in all these other religions. Especially the number one is the Roman Christian doctrine. And then y'all don't believe, that's how I know y'all don't read for yourselves. Because all the Torah is in there. The one y'all know, the world no man know that Jesus said out of his mind, which was Yahshua. Because stop and think for a moment. When this book was written, there was no letter J. So his name couldn't be Jesus, the Son, nor Jehovah the Daddy. No, that you call it on, the daddy, the devil. That's what you call it on. And that Jesus guy supports it up some Caucasian. Go do, as our Anna said, go do your research. Exodus chapter 15. Exodus chapter 15 verse 2, and it reads.
Exodus chapter 15 and verse 2. Yahweh is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my Elohim, and I will prepare him an habitation. My father's Elohim, and I will exalt him.
This is what it is. This is our first love. If this is not your first love, you have that pagan man-made religion, which your daddy is the devil. Y'all says, cry loud, spare not. It's time. Ain't no softies up in here. Y'all don't have no chumps, no punk. He builds up leaders and warriors. Hey, why I can come more boldly to the throne? Because I had my Makai before me, Messenger Daniel Davis, and many others. They were my bumper. Now I can take that bumper off and run and smash down the lies the devil been deceiving the world for too long. It's time to listen up and go. And don't take our words for it. You hear these scripts, go check it out for yourself. Meditate on it. Joe said, as Ron McCarthy, you go to this Sunday church, non-church, they drop some, maybe one scripture and drop that quiet and music and feel good and have you jumping. That ain't the Ruach HaKodesh. It do not have you jumping around fumbling on the floor hurting yourself.
That's so true.
That's the devil's spirit, And your flesh right along with it, thinking that's the way you're supposed to be in church. That's some fool's game you playing.
Amen.
Y'all have joy, singing and all that, move around, dancing. That's because that's the joy because of the bond, these words we know. And then he soothes you with his love song, and it's just that ruach, that's your eye flesh, our ruach, and his ruach come connect. It just be mesmerized, it just be unexplained, it just be echelon. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Titus. Titus chapter 1. Titus chapter 1. Titus chapter 1. Titus chapter 1 and verse 2. And it reads.
Titus chapter 1 and verse 2. In hope of eternal life, which Elohim, that cannot lie, promised before the world began.
Hallelujah. Y'all hear that? In hope of eternal life, which Elohim cannot lie, promised before the high age be bearership. This is up. You got to read this and believe this. You know, you have to. If you don't, you got a pagan mind. Because if you call yourself a believer, especially you New Testament, call yourself New Testament. Let me, and you pro-Israel, just all going to be Old Testament. As Ibryi say, as the revelation, the Ruach quicken his Ruach. The Torah is the whole book. Yahshua said, I come in the volume of the whole book. That's why you're lost in the fog. You all people are New Testament because you won't read you listen to some man. He didn't write it. You listen to that man about his flesh, his carnal mind, pay, and the influence of the puppet master, the devil. That's it to keep you right there. The lake of fire was made for the devil and his monarchy, not for us.
Right.
You know? And for people to try to say somebody's going to hell or whatever that word they want to use. No, you don't know.
Right.
Y'all had mercy on whom he wanted to have
Hallelujah.
mercy.
He
Because you
said
see
it.
they
He
lifestyle on
That's
man, bro. He made, he may have mercy on
Right.
it. But for us, we're not taking that chance. We'll let that mercy be an extra mercy for somebody else.
Yeah.
We got this Musa book right here from Jesus, Revelation, telling them what to do and what not to do. So that's what we're going to go on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's wonderful you have mercy on people.
Yeah.
You got it right now. That's
Yes,
what
it does.
hand is, grace is, I see. That give long suffering so you can repent and come back to him. Because he's doing long suffering because you got to hear his truth, nothing but Yah's truth before his end come. So don't worry about the man in the Amazon jungle. He's going to hear it too. Yah, thus says Yahweh. So don't be, punning having a conversation with me. Well, what about them? Way up in there? They going to hear it.
That's right.
Praise the mighty. Worry about your own salvation.
Right.
Take care of yourself. All is well. Hebrews chapter 4. Hebrews chapter 4. In verse 12, and it reads.
Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. For the word of Elohim is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Praise the mighty Yahweh. This is it. This word, baby. This word is spirit. You know, it sliced that soul of yours up, cut it up. See, when we come with the truth, that's what it do. It be going to your natural soul he gave you, be cutting it up. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have quicken you, to think on these things. As Messenger Daniel David say, most of mankind don't use that sixth sense, that sense to think. They don't think, they just some doers, doers are just on instinctive moves. Don't think. Do before they think, Like I say, this thing is to convict you, not to condemn you.
Yes.
Like when my van driver, the work van, it was something. It was about that the election, and there's a sodomite lady, which she won. For the city of Chicago, and I said something. I told her when I stopped voting. I told her, hey, when Obama went for same-sex marriage, I was gonna vote one more time because y'all don't have no democracy. He is a democracy. This is man's government. So I was gonna do it one more time. But once he said same-sex marriage, I done read it in here. I'm staying for my hour, so it wasn't happening. He wasn't getting no vote. And then she tried to tell me, you can't convict that person. I said, I don't condemn. I said, I don't condemn. I speak conviction. The devil condemns. Praise the mighty Yahweh.
Right.
We are not Yahshua. Tell you, he didn't come to destroy the world. He come to Yahshua.
Right.
He ain't come to condemn nobody. That's the devil who condemns. See, that's that Roman. She under that Roman Christian doctrine. That's what they teach. You can't condemn, then you condemn them. I know, we don't. So I had to let them know, y'all true. No, I convict people with y'all the barn. That's it. Convicting them come back to it at the inside of car. So they won't have to die that second death.
Yeah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the Lord.
Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. Chapter 11. Ecclesiastes. Chapter 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 8 it reads.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11 and verse 8. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that cometh is vanity.
That's all it is. All this life is vanity if you're not living it for Yahweh and Yahshua. It's all vanity. It's vanity. It's nothing. And no nothing, like say, no nothing in this life matters to me now but to serve Yahweh. Because all this is going to be, is gone. Yeah, he wants it best, and we live in a time where it's the best comfort there is. It's so comfortable. Yah has got it, the most comfortable generation there is. But there always food that make it discomforts. You know, speeding with their cars, doing this, all type of stuff. He gave us technology. Because there's always opposition.
That's right.
There's the toe and the wall. So it's always that. But all this is nothing. All vanity, as the wise man, our big brother Shalom would say. He had the richest man, so he had everything. He tried everything. That's why y'all have him write this down for our ammunition. So we can know. This ain't nothing. More people think of material stuff over a person. That's vanity.
That's right.
Over a person, a creation of God. That's vain. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to John Yachanan. John Yachanan chapter 3. John chapter 3. Yachanan chapter 3. Y'all just trying to get it through to y'all. He wants everybody to listen up. And those that's in it, don't think, as Rob McCall would say, you haven't arrived. On time, you arrive when you move.
Oh, yeah.
Then you have arrived. So whatever destination is, you choose.
Yeah.
John chapter 3 gave you this book where you can have a righteous conscious decision. So there be no excuses. Man has an excuse, y'all don't. There are circumstances in life, but when those circumstances happen, you're supposed to be walking with Yah. So we just going through. Everything is already done. We're just walking out this walk.
Yes.
We're talking this talk and we walking it out. We living it. Practicing it and living it. For the glory of our Yahweh.
That's true.
We lifting him up. He can be lifted up.
Absolutely.
Holla Yahweh. John 3 verses 1 to 2.
John chapter 3 verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. Verse 2. The same came to Yahshua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from Elohim, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except Elohim be with him.
Hallelujah. Check it out. That was the honor of the Pharisees, Shem Nicodemus, a ruler of the Yadams. The same came to Yahshua by Layil and Amar unto Yahshua. Rabbi. It's another thing. To no Adam on this planet have be called Rabbi. That's Yahshua's title. You know, you giving this man reference over like he's the Elohim. No. We respect if someone have their self-titled rabbi, we just call you brother or pastor. Because we ain't disrespecting Yahshua. We ain't getting in trouble for no Adam. When I say Adam, that's man, woman, and Zakah. Pro-Israel or any man of any religion. It's all about it. This is what this book about. We done seen many times people didn't do what y'all say or doing this, they got in trouble. That's why it's written for us. It's the do's and don'ts in the Old Testament to get you ready for the New Testament. Because the New Testament is final. What is written, Yahshua came in the flesh and had them recorded, and it is final. You should be ready to accept what's in the new. Hallelujah. Continue. Oh, that, and then that means it say, Rabbi, we Yahweh that thou art a Yahweh, come from Elohim. For no Adam can do these miracles that thou does except Elohim be with him. He's with us. Like Yahshua said, I go away, but you will do greater things than me. Because he left it with it. That's why in the beginning, when he barab Adam and Kawa, he said, let them be made, created in our image. So that was power right there. And subdue it. You know. So that's what we are doing. We are SABBATH to subdue this planet until he comes back. And what an honor to be corral and standing and doing what thus says Yahweh.
Yes.
Unafraid of no Adam.
Yes.
Yahshua said, what greater deed can a man give than to lay down his life?
That's right.
We willing to die for these true
That's
divine.
right, brother.
Holla Yahweh.
That's right.
Because we know when we awaken from that resurrection, like our many brothers and sisters that sleep, they sleep for the resurrection. It's like when we resting, they in sleep. When we in our rest, it's you could see you in the spirit. I know I'm in the spiritual realm. And then when you wake up, you be so refreshed, and they gonna wake up like ain't nothing happened. Holla Yahweh.
Yes, thank you, Father.
They just sleep resting.
That's right.
That's all.
Oh, praise Yahweh.
Wait for that new body.
Yes.
Refresh.
Okay, let's go to Psalms. Psalms 55. For Psalms chapter 55. Psalms chapter 55. Verses 12 to 14. Praise the mighty Yah. Psalms 55, verses 12 to 14.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 12. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. Verse 13. But it was thou, a man, my equal, my guide, and my acquaintance.
Praise the mighty Yah. He let you know, all Israel ain't Israel. They ain't got Yah's best interest at hand. They got their own agenda. But he give us that work of discernment. You ain't gonna get away with it. Because Yah ain't gonna have no rebels come disrupt his bias. Where he's teaching, you know. Truly getting people getting the word. He ain't gonna have it. But he's a hiring, he's warning. There are some and those some, the main one, the devil, your family and friends.
Yeah.
Your family and friends. You got to stay, like you say, put on the whole armor. The bar. You got to stay worded up and live in the Ruach. We live in this world, but we're not of it. We have a fleshly body, but we are the spirit man now, the reborn man. You gotta let the Ruach rule.
Yes.
Every second, every minute, every day, every hour. You got to immediately kill that tissue. Thoughts, intense suggestion from that carnal mind. You got to kill it. He said, ultimately kill it. And that's what we're going to do, that stinking flesh, because the flesh and the devil, brother, we're going to ultimately destroy it. That's what our daddy said do. He gave us that SABBATH. That's what we're doing.
That's right.
Praise the mighty Yah.
That's right, brother.
Hey, we love haters here. Because we know this one thing. We ain't got no haters. We ain't doing y'all right. Praise the mighty Yah. Say provoke. I'm going to provoke you to anger so you can think and come back to Sadaqah. You surrender your whole pay and give it out to Abba Yahweh. Not picking and choosing what you want. It's the whole book, baby. Y'all want 100?
Yes,
nothing at all. The hot or cold, we're on fire.
On fire.
And he's taking us higher and higher. Praise the mighty Yah.
Hallelujah.
That's it. That's the only way to live.
Yes, it is.
the only way.
Ain't anything, you ain't living. You ain't living for
No
Yah.
other way. Show.
Fire when you get this. Each and every day you fall more and more have with him.
Right.
Because you see how much he have us before we even knew of him. Once you know him, hey, I got that blood of Yahshua and that fire of the Ruach. So I'm cleansed and ready to stand.
Right.
Romans chapter 12. Romans chapter 12. Romans chapter 12. Wants us to get it, people. Romans chapter 12, verses 1 to 5, and it reads,
Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Elohim, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Elohim, which is your reasonable service. Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Elohim.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Let me read this 1 and 2. It's so good and deep and wonderful. I beseech you therefore, by the high sea, we just said the verse he had. High sea of Elohim, that you present your Gibeah, a Kaya sacrifice, Kadesh, acceptable unto Elohim, which is your reasonable duty. You know, Kadesh, like some people say, you came here, what you most of the world claim to be Roman Christian believers. What you gonna get? He's saying this. That's you. He told me I can, so that's what I strive for to be.
That's right.
That's it. And he said, be not conformed to this age, but be transferred by the renewing of your pay. Because when you went down, you know, a dirty devil came, washing clean, looking like Yahshua. You know, now it's time to give me the bond to renew your pay. That's the only way. Keep renewing it. Don't think you're right because you think you're smarter than Yahweh. You know what you is? You're a dumb, smart person. Dumb. Transferred by the renewing of your pay, that you may prove what is that is told and acceptable and perfect will of Ibryi. And for some of you, all you Roman broken, sad Christians, I'm teaching it by these big pastors. I can't be perfect. He said, be you Kadesh and be you perfect because I am.
Hallelujah.
So what you gonna believe? You gonna believe Adam over the Bara, the creator of him? You believe in the creature over the creator. Sad. Continue.
Verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Elohim hath dealt to every man the measure of faith.
Let's check that. For our mind, through the high hand given unto me, to every honor that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but think soberly, according as Elohim has dealt to every honor the measure of Eminah. Stay it now, humble. And whatever person know, don't never let nobody thinking they smart, they been in long and know, they may know a little bit, but you know enough.
Hallelujah.
Because
Yes.
the Ruach, you got the Ruach now.
Hallelujah.
Ruach knows it all.
Yes.
You don't have to think of nothing. You don't be timid of that man. Ruach gonna come up like that line up your hula and shut him down. Because why? You are now giving your whole pay and Gibeah to Ibryi. You say, use this evident clay, Ibryi. I surrender all to you.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Praise the mighty Yah. So don't, ever be timid by no Adam. Adam is man or woman. Because they've been in 50 years, he said, you forever learning that you need to be sat down and taught again. Because you're dumb, think you're smart, so somebody. Sit down, and he say, sit down and read, be taught again. Because you're thinking what? More
yourself than you ought to. Hallelujah.
Praise be to the mighty
Praise
God.
the mighty
Continue.
God.
Verse 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office.
All right.
Verse 5. So we, being many, are one body in Mashiach, and every one members one of another.
The question is, are you your brother's keeper? Yes. As long as he want to be kept. And then you don't want to be kept no more. You got to let go, let y'all. You got to keep moving. Okay? Because y'all don't want you stuck on nothing or no one. No hindrance. Yeah, he said, what can come between the love of us and y'all? Nothing. Because we ain't going to let it. We see what it get. You can't be no people pleaser. And about your emotion, okay. That's what the devil works on, your emotion. Y'all get a grip of it. He teaches you how to, you have comparison and all that, and how they teach you how to keep them in constraint. And that be the flesh. You say, get back, Jack. I ain't weak like that anymore. I had to work out of that. Praise the mighty. He said, so we are many, and our Akkad give y'all in Mashiach, and every Akkad member Akkad of another. We all have our duty. Like Brother Akkad said, if you toe hurt, the rest of the body up. If this member, everybody got they like the body. They compare the physical to the spiritual.
That's right.
Everything in his body function at a different capability, but it gives the one thing. It's one to make it sound, and that's what it is up. And that's why if there's a brother sister cutting up too much, and he say you could take it here that he discussed it, they get cut up. Like you read before, we got to cut that sore out and let that wound heal to be whole again. Praise the mighty Yah. Got to cut you out. It's family, friends, whatever.
Right.
Because what? Yahshua said, who's my mother? Who's my brother? Who's that?
Do the will.
The old my Abba.
Hallelujah.
That's your family for eternity.
Yeah.
This other one, we know that salvation will come, but at that moment we ain't got no time to play and waste. We got our business. You just gotta keep standing and walking y'all's way. You the example. Then they gonna change. That's it. You keep doing it, no matter what. No matter what it seemed to be. Hey, we serving Yahweh. I had so many invites for this weekend, tonight, tomorrow. I'm at the greatest party in the universe. Ain't that better than this?
All right.
This is an eternal party. Y'all temporary, Have your joy now. But hey, you come back to know that's why we stand for you to see. Okay, something about them. Hey, and then you get a clue. Hey, everybody can have this greatness, this goodness. It's for all. Psalms chapter 36. Psalms chapter 36. Psalms chapter 36, verses 7 and 8. Psalms 36, verses 7 and 8.
Psalms chapter 36 and verse 7. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O Elohim. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. Verse 8. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou shalt make them drink of the river of thy pleasures.
Hallelujah. That's it. This is what it is. How excellent is thy having kindness, O Elohim. Therefore the high banner art thou put there by task under the shelter of thy wing. That's it. You know, like say the children of men, the children of the obedience men, that's who it is. You know, they shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy body. Yes, we are. We in his body now. We are abundantly satisfied because he provides. And thou shalt make them drink of the river of thy pleasure. You got plenty for everybody. It's enough for everybody. You ain't gotta stab nobody in the back. That's the world, that's the devil. You ain't a child of Adam, of a righteous Adam. You're the child of your daddy, the devil. That's it. Let's go to John, Yahshua chapter 6. John chapter 6. All praise belong to our Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
His glory. So it's an honor and privilege that Yah says what he means through us and means what he says through us. That's it. We are vessel, honor, piece of dirt. It's all where we are. John chapter 6. Verses 1 to 14, and it reads.
John chapter 6, verse 1. After these things, Yahshua went over the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias. Verse 2. And a great multitude followed him, because they saw his miracles, which he did on them that were diseased. Verse 3. And Yahshua went up into a mountain, and there he sat with his disciples. Verse 4. And the Passover, a feast of the Jews, was nigh. Verse 5. When Yahshua then lifted up his eyes and saw a great company come unto him, he saith unto Philip, Whence shall we buy bread that these may eat? Verse 6. And this he said to prove him, for he himself knew what he would do. Verse 7. Philip answered him, 200 penny worth of bread is not sufficient for them, that every one of them may take a little. Verse 8. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, saith unto him, Verse 9. There is a lad here which hath 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes, but what are they among so many? Verse 10. And Yahshua said, Make the men sit down. Now there was much grass in the place, so the men sat down, in number about 5,000. Verse 11. And Yahshua took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed to the disciples, and the disciples to them that were set down, and likewise of the fishes as much as they would. Verse 12. When they were filled, he said unto his disciples, Gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost. Verse 13. Therefore they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten. Verse 14. Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Yahshua did, said, This is of a truth that prophet that should come into the world.
Praise the mighty Yah. God's showing you, hey, you take your little and multiply it. And then like he said in verse 13, he said, Therefore they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten. Because y'all know this was Israel. He was black folk. Y'all know how they gonna eat, and they want to take a some home with them. He said, go gather this up, because you know Israel. You know, we want to have, you know, some for later on. Go get it, you know, because, you know, they going to grab, they got their bags ready. Go get it. He said, hey, they full, now they ready to go to sleep. But praise the mighty God. He letting you know, like your tithes and offering. I had witnesses in the last 3 months. I was giving time, and then Ross Norman went over during the lesson, and it hit me. You had robbed me of tithes and offering. All this time, you didn't read, like I say, to the revelation knowledge. He wants you to see it. Then it hit me, boom. Hey, I didn't, you know, give him his what he said, give back. Let me give some. It's like that money never leaves you. Praise the mighty God, like you said, over and above.
Yes. Right.
Because you honoring him.
Let's give it back to you.
He said, first seek you the male coup for Abba Yahweh and watch this all my windows of mine be open to you. And everything, not only us, our family and friends.
Yes.
Get that over and above. He just wants you to see that you be prudent with him and not that paganism. Yeah, most of the world, that truth be told, getting blessed by hours of time. Have you not read where he had took Yahshua up to the pinnacle and showed him all the miracles and just all he wants people to bow down to him. Bow down and serve. He said, I give you all this. You bow down. Yahshua like, you fool, I created everything here. It's mine.
Everything
But he came with scripture. You know, he brought scripture back. That's what, when things, circumstances come, remember them scriptures are script. Bring it back. Because y'all promised to Sadiq Adar is yea and yea, never nay.
Right.
Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 2. 2 Peter chapter 2. 2 Peter chapter 2. Let's see. I had it again. We'll skip that because I had a verse that not in there. So we'll skip that.
All right.
Let's go to Numbers. Numbers 38. Numbers 36. Numbers chapter 36. Numbers chapter 36. Numbers chapter 36. Numbers chapter 36, verse 8. Praise Yahweh.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Numbers chapter 36 and verse 8. And every daughter that possesses an inheritance in any tribe of the children of Yisrael shall be wife unto one of the family of the tribe of her father, that the children of Yisrael may enjoy every man the inheritance of his fathers.
Praise the mighty Yah. See, this was Yah. He let him, you know, these Beths, they didn't have, you know, no brothers, so they inquired, and that's what we do. We inquire, and then the leader's supposed to go inquire of Abba Yahweh. Don't make no decision on your own. And then they was, you know, was blessed to get their inheritance. And he said, for them, you see, for them to enjoy it, you know that they said this. And every Beth that possesseth inheritance in any tribe of the high band of Israel shall be Iyshshah to Akab, the high Miskapah of the tribe of her Ab, that the high band of Israel may enjoy every Adam, the high inheritance of his Ab. Keep it there and enjoy it. That's what he was saying. You don't go off marrying somebody else and they getting, you know, what the inheritance of your daddy. And they getting the peel and enjoy it. Keep it in the family.
Amen.
Marry an Israel.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Like I say, as I was growing up, seeing them documentaries of the 60s and stuff about, you know, Klansmen and all that. And they said this one thing. I didn't get it then. I thought that like most people say, oh, this racist.
Yeah.
They said, I believe in mirroring, everybody mirroring their own kind. Them devils got that one thing right out of the Bible. They saw that what Yahweh said. Don't marry your own kind.
Yeah.
You know, say within your own go eat.
Yes.
The devil let them speak that out. Now I know they said like the devil got lies with truth. He let them devils say that. We thought it was crazy, but that's what y'all said.
Yeah.
Either to become spiritual Israel, it's no.
Yeah.
Because see, y'all, it's about purity. You see every seed of its kind, every seed of God. Man seed of its kind. To preserve the nation.
That's right,
You
brother.
know,
That's
he
true.
loves every go eat.
True.
So he wants to keep them pure.
Right. Yeah.
Until and then we're going to become one spiritually.
Yeah.
Praise be to the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
That's for you pro-Israel. Y'all just want some strange Iyshshahs. You're breaking the Torah. Praise be to Yahweh. Let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah chapter 1. Obadiah chapter 1. Obadiah chapter 1. Verse 20 it reads.
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 20. And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south.
Praise the mighty. Yeah, let me see. Go read 21.
Verse 21. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's.
Hallelujah. This is what you got to be prudent about right now. He talking about all go eat, but you know we are his children, so he gonna give us our land back. You know that he had to take us out. Our ancestors being disobedient. Our disobedient ancestors got this world turned up 3 times. Because the oracles was given to them, so he couldn't break his Torah. He had to pass it on to Japhethite. And that's when, as y'all know, some of y'all familiar with history of Custer's last stand. This the devil's last stand. So he got through them, got them, you know, the back folks like say he turning it up. He got them doing more raw than anything because he know this is it.
Right.
And then people looking to them like they the one. They all it. No, they not. We are it. We back, baby.
That's right.
That's it. We back. We back. Those who are awakening in holy water.
Hallelujah.
Our daddy on it all. So he got it. So we have it. Hey, praise be to the mighty hand. But this is going to be this is Nebuah. We are prophesying to. That's already been Nebuah. We generating it to you. So you can have that hope. Keep that hope. And keep walking and talking. Talk that talk. You ain't just talking, but you're walking. Practicing, living it out.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I love working.
All the time, no matter what.
Hallelujah.
No matter what little obstacle, any things come your way. Going through with Yahweh,
Right.
you not stand hooked up to Yahweh. He still has some hands in the hand on you, but he ain't got his whole protection, cause you don't want it back a little bit from him. He can do it all.
Yeah.
You tried it.
Stick
Why
with
worry?
Yahweh.
You cast all your cares on him.
That's right.
So prayer is just talking to him.
Hallelujah.
All you gotta do is thank him, cause it's already done.
Hallelujah.
So I thank you for bringing me this Abba Yahweh. I thank you for this here on this person, or myself, this, and that. That's all you do is thank him. In your great name, Yahshua. I receive this because I believe this to be in it now. And it is definitely forever. Amen.
Amen.
So that's it.
Yes.
Say you have none, because you have none. You know these words here, you'll know what to ask for. You just go and just say, you just quick at me now. From now, all you gotta do is say, I thank you, Abba, because it's already done. You do your righteous decision, and that's it. You in His will, so He loves to give to his band. Psalms chapter 27. Psalms chapter 27. Psalms chapter 27. Don't let no discourage you from these words, the bombs you just read for yourself. Got down and into your ruach. No, don't let it. They ain't talking from Genesis to Revelation to me. I hear you out. And I'm going to politely tell you, I believe what my daddy said. My daddy cannot lie. Like your flesh, depend, carnal mind, daddy, the devil can. See it? Psalm 27, verse 14, and read.
Psalms chapter 27 and verse 14. Wait on Yahweh, be of good courage, and He shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on Yahweh.
We just talking about that. That's it. No matter what situation, circumstance you get in, wait on Yahweh. You don't have to eat enough of these words. It's okay to have corporate prayer, but you got the Messiah. He gave it to you. He gave it to you. He gave it to you. All you got is, you just whatever say, Yahweh, take this unbelief, whatever it is over me, away. Because I touch you, Abba Yahweh, all the way, every day. From now to eternity. That's it. You got to get this in. We are, like you say, we are living witnesses to these words. We are sold out on the greatest superstar there is.
That's right.
The star of Yisrael, Yahshua. Praise the mighty God. The came, the flesh, the shores. It can be done. And as Rob McCarthy said, you law bashers. You care about you can't. You don't want to.
That's right.
Now, that's all that you want to do. What you think you can go do, which is a religion. You can, you can do that in the religion, but not with Yahweh. He has standards. He got laws, statutes, and commandments. He has ordinances. Everything is done decently and orderly. His way or no way. Ain't no half step. Let's go to Romans chapter 14. Romans chapter 14. Romans chapter 14, verse 8. Told her you are Yahweh for the Lamb of Yahshua.
Romans chapter 14 and verse 8. For whether we live unto Yahweh. And whether we die unto Yahweh.
That's right.
Whether we live therefore or die, we are Yahweh's.
That's it. That's what, like Shalom said, the whole duty of Adam is to serve and obey Yahweh.
Amen.
That's man's whole duty.
It's our whole
That's what He
duty.
created you for. To
Hallelujah.
holler shaka your
Yes.
butt. Okay, free will. He said you choose this Yahweh.
Who you will serve.
Kai or Margaret. It's on your hand. It's in your hand. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 19. Jeremiah chapter 19. As our Ramakai said, I don't know much Hebrew, but the Yeah, but the amount I do more, I like to say it, but I won't forget.
Right.
And this is the English part. For those Israel say, we in America, we speak English. We broken English, black man. We speaking it for you. English.
Okay.
Broken English. Because you know how we got to do that, but we break up the English down.
Hebrew language. Praise God.
Jeremiah chapter 19, verse 2, and it reads,
Jeremiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And go forth unto the valley of the son of Hinnom, which is by the entry of the east gate, and proclaim there the words that I shall tell thee.
that's it. We standing in his Bible, and we are proclaiming these the bombs to you. These image the bomb. We come in y'all's Bible to get it, and then we bring it to you. Whether you receive it or not, that's on you. We did our duty.
Right.
So you will have, your dam is off our hands. That's it. Let's go to James Yahceph. Not that James back there. Let's go to James, the book of James Yahceph. The book of James. Not that James, because he got y'all at the bottom, but we want to hear from y'all. Written down. James Yahceph, chapter 4. James Yahceph, chapter 4. Chapter 4, verses 1 to 4, and it reads.
James chapter 4 verse 1. From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence, even of your lusts that war in your members? Verse 2. Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have, and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not. Verse 3. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lusts. Verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Elohim? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Elohim.
Praise the mighty God. If you ain't pure, you're a pagan. And that's what he's talking about. You want all these things of your lust, the flesh. You're not of Yah. So you're an enemy. You're of a pagan, you're an enemy. Anything that is not of Yah is pagan. So you're his enemy. He's letting you know. Praise be to the mighty God.
I'm going to the kingdom. Yahweh lives in me. I'm going to the kingdom. Yahweh lives in me. I'm going to the kingdom. Yahweh lives in me. I sing in glory, hallelujah. Yahweh lives in me.